Today on the channel from Marvel Legends, we've got Squadron Supreme with Hyperion and Dr. Spectrum.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got a two-pack. We got the Squadron Supreme of Dr. Spectrum and Hyperion. But for all your Marvel Legends needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFFDJC to save 8% off your entire order. Got to get a deal out there. You guys know how that goes. And these are shipping right now from DJC Collectibles if you are after this two-pack here. But of course, we're going to do it like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what the old Squadron Supreme is up to here. And in full transparency, I am by no means a Squadron Supreme expert there. I've heard of the characters before. Do not know a ton about them. I know more about Hyperion. Kind of Marvel's answer to Superman in some kind of ways, I guess. Sentry is another one they always say. But definitely a super power, super villain. Both of these guys, a little bit tweeners out there. I think they've both been on the side of good and both been on the side of bad at different points in their career. But an interesting two-pack, putting these two together. I think it does make sense, though. But traditional plastic-free packaging that we know and love, I don't know about that, but we do know plastic is coming back to the package later on in 2023, all of 2024, so we'll stay tuned for that. But interesting plastic-free packaging design, Squadron Supreme, glamour shots, their names at the top, Marvel Legends in the middle. Two little glamour shots, the action figure on the side, little artwork action over here on this side, and then in the back of the package, you got the warnings, all that kind of stuff going on. Two more glamour shots showing off what accessories we have, but unfortunately no blurbs. And I know I'm a broken record, but I think the blurbs are one of the most important things to action figures. As a lot of kids, maybe I was a little kid, I don't know a ton about these characters, but I would love it if I was perusing the old Target aisle. Let's just say I'm at Target. I'm looking, I pick this up, oh, these look really cool. Then I read the back and I get, oh, he feuds with the Hulk or he feuds with Iron Man, things like that. And you're like, oh, wait a minute, I like Iron Man, I got an Iron Man display. It's going to convince me to buy things like this. Maybe that's old school thinking, I don't know. But a little blurb does go for a long way. And I hope with plastic coming back, we're going to see some of those blurbs in the future. Spider-Man style, bam, see you later, goodbye. Let's pull them out, see what's going on here. See what all the fuss is about with this old Squadron Supreme. Is there fuss? I guess you guys chime in down below. See you later. Is there fuss on this? I'm not exactly sure, but I know Hyperion is one. See you later. I've been wanting for a long time in my collection. He was part of, wasn't it a 3-pack back in the day, maybe a Toys R Us exclusive? I never picked up that pack, so I'm happy to get that Hyperion figure after all these years. See you later. Goodbye. And oh, the parchment paper. We're ready to bake some cookies. You never know what we might use with this parchment paper for. See you later. Goodbye. Dr. Spectrum. Pull him out. And goodbye. See you later. Right off the screen. Then we got another parchment paper here. Got Hyperion's hands. Oh, the hands have it. Let's give him a hand. Bam. See you later. Goodbye. And then Dr. Spectrum, he got all the accessories with this set. He got the majority of the accessories. And bam, see you later, goodbye. All right, let's dive in. And let's start with Hyperion first. We'll start with him, get him straightened out here, ready to go. We do get extra hands, so he's got 2 fists of fury on him. I'm here for that. He's a big bruiser. He's a Superman-type character. He's going to be throwing some fists if he needs to. I'm here for that all day long. You guys know how that goes. And then we got 2 gripping hands here for him. So choose your own hand adventure, as we always do say. Good skin tone color to him. Very veiny hands on him. Very veiny. Showing his age, I guess you would say. Showing his age. But now we're going to dive in onto Hyperion here. And I do actually like this head sculpt better in person than the images showed us. And we do see that from time to time in all action figure lines. Sometimes whatever the photographer, somewhere in between that lens and the figure, things get lost. And I truly feel that way with this Hyperion head sculpt. It does look better in person. That being said, we've seen the old head sculpt from back in the day. I really wish that was included as a second head. I mean, he's got his kind of radioactive eyes going on right there. Almost looks like he's wearing a Lone Ranger mask or a bandit mask of some kind. I don't know, but I would have liked to have both head sculpts, as I really would like that old head sculpt, but that's one of those things the Hasbro team has kind of shown us they've done. Hey, we're going to get Hyperion back out there, but we're not going to give you the identical Hyperion of before, and in this case, we're missing that head sculpt. So I don't know. I see why it goes on. I see what's going on there. Just, I don't know if disappointing is the right word, but I really would have liked to have the regular kind of glowing eyes version of the head sculpt. But saying that, the head does look really good. Nice orange hair. He's even got like kind of that curl at the top, almost like a reverse Superman going there. But definitely looks good. Strong jawline, a big bruiser of a character, as we do know here. Definitely looks good. He's got his yellow cape. Of course, cape season running year-round these days, thanks to our old buddy Lando Calrissian. But the cape is molded on, glued on, whatever you want to say. It is not removable for Hyperion. So that's either good or bad, I guess, depending where you sit. And you guys know where I sit, right here at this table. Yeah, exactly right. But it's okay for me. He does look weird without a cape, so I think it's okay to have it in there. I just hope the glue's real strong. It doesn't fall off like McFarlane, the Eradicator figure. You move the arm around one time, it breaks the cape right off there. I'm glad we don't have that effect, at least not yet. Let's see. Nope, we're good. We're good there. So he does have a yellow cape. I guess perfect time. Let's walk through the articulation on this one. The arms do go all the way around. Do got a bicep cut. Double jointed elbows, but unfortunately, we do got the pins. So we're getting the most out of old molds. It really feels like this should have been updated, but we're seeing a lot of that in some of these re-releases, if that's what we want to call them. We're not seeing the upgrade in the joint department here, so that is a little unfortunate. I do have a little bit of red paint on his forearm here, so obviously from his suit, a little bit of that splashed over there. Not terrible, and it's on the underside of the arm, but still, we wouldn't like that to be there. Hands removable, hands back, force side to side. He's got that hula hoop at the top there, pretty good hula hoop action. No traditional waist, but you can hear that ratchet in there. There it is. So we got a little of that going on. He does got a big old, like, I don't know, what is that? Chastity belt, a big groin protector. It looks like he's getting ready to play catch like a young Terry Steinbach for the Oakland A's back in the day. Kind of has that kind of thing going on. But he's got a little protector there. You know, that is one of the great equalizer there, the crotch shot. We do know that would take anybody down. So we do have that. We got the legs that go up. Of course, you can do those big old Hyperion splits if he needs to. If he needs to splits through the air when he's flying, who knows? Who knows what he's up to? Do got the thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. I am here for that. You guys know that. So we got at least half pinless. We got the boot cut, and then we do got the ankles back and forth, side to side, the very tight ankles. Has he got the Vulcan lower body here? I guess I don't have Vulcan side by side, but it almost looks like the Vulcan body lower here. But definitely a big bruiser. I really do like the looks of this one. Kind of gives me those Radioactive Man vibes, of course, from The Simpsons. I'm pretty sure he predates The Simpsons, if I remember my history correctly. He's got kind of that atomic symbol. I don't know what that symbol technically is called, but definitely looks like radiation and atom bomb, of course, from the WWF back in the day. But he has got that feel to him. But I like the feeling of this one. He's a big bruiser, a big superhero. It feels like Superman, kind of. If they did make a Marvel Legend of Superman, I got to think they'd use about the same body type for him if that was the case. But definitely looks good. The red and yellow attack, something we don't see a whole lot. And then, like I said, Hyperion, something that's been missing in my collection for a lot of years. So I'm happy to have a representation of him in my collection. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Make sure you get the Mattel stand. Make sure you use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%, but he does fit really good right there. So Hyperion, he doesn't get an A+ for me, but I'm going to give him a B+. Yes, a B+ for Hyperion. Happy to have him in my collection, like I did say. Just wish we got both head sculpts there. Wish we would have got the pinless joints. But besides that, a very cool figure, and especially the head sculpt, better than I anticipated it to be, so that's always a win. Now, Dr. Spectrum, I had no thoughts. I had nothing. I had no anticipation. Didn't know what to think about him because I really don't know this character at all. I believe, doesn't he feud with Iron Man and the Avengers, things like that? I'm not really sure on him. But, man, definitely an interesting one in the color scheme department. He is all over the board with color schemes. He's got the yellow and green, of course, big A's fan. But then it gets confusing with the blue. Maybe he was a Kansas City A's fan back in the day. That could be possible. And then the red is just, I think he got something, I think he got a pink sock or something in his wardrobe in the laundry. I think that might have happened there. But definitely full of different colors here is Dr. Spectrum. He's got a masked head going there with some white eyes. Definitely not a lot of expression in this head, but definitely an interesting look to him. He's definitely going to stand out on a shelf with all these different colors here. But a lot of old. I mean, this feels like a very old Marvel Legends figure. I mean, he's little. He's kind of the skinny little guy, but definitely an old body type. Just feels old. Like sometimes you see an old Marvel Legend, which was great at the time. Then we've had so many advances over the years. Better figures, let's be honest. That's kind of how it goes. Constant learning, constant improvement, as we always do say. But he just feels like an older Marvel Legends. Like we got this 10 years ago and he's just sitting on your shelf. That's how he feels to me. A lot of that has to do with the body style, of course, but even the paint, where like on the red here, you can see a little bit of blue behind the red. Feels like old painting processes from the old Marvel Legends days. Maybe that's just me, and maybe your mileage will vary. But of course, articulation going to be the exact same as Hyperion there. Arms go around. Bicep cuts, but we do have updates in the pinless joints here. Looking good, the double jointed pinless elbows. Hands back forth side to side. Hands, of course, are going to be removable. It's got the big old ab crunch here. Got the waist articulation. Got those big old Dr. Spectrum splits. Man, he's ready for his second career as a gymnast. Got the thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Unfortunately, it's the reverse Hyperion here. No pinless in the legs, but we do get them in the elbows. And then you get the boot cut, and then the ankles back and forth, side to side. A very interesting looking guy here, definitely. A Dr. Spectrum, not sure what he's up to. I'm not sure what kind of a doctor he is. I think it was foot orthopedics. I believe that is the case. Somebody feel free to fact check that if you want. I should probably walk through some of his accessories. Usually we do this first, but I got so excited to get him in hand, I dived in there. But he does got kind of the mystical, magical hands. He's got him in red and yellow, same colors as his hands over there. But you can do these, and if he's a crazy doctor, I'm going to have him doing spooky things like this. That's what I'm going to do, like a young Doctor Strange. I'm going to have him doing some of that things, I think. Then we do get these effect pieces in all different kind of colors. Almost look like the same ones that came with Dazzler. I could see these coming with Dazzler. I'm not 100% sure from memory. But definitely interesting. We've seen these effect pieces a million times over the years, but it does work, I guess, for Dr. Spectrum doing his mystical, magical stuff. And then we get this, what is this, a scroll like jewel? Isn't this jewel the thing that gives him his powers or something? And I think there's been multiples of this character over the years, and I wouldn't be shocked if this jewel here isn't what gives him his powers. That's kind of how those things kind of go. But definitely, I don't think we've seen this before in the Marvel Legends line, so first time in the line accessory, always a good thing to see. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand from Mattel? Let's find out right now. What do you know? He fits as well. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And like I said, these are available right now, shipping from DJC Collectibles. 8 off DJC is the code. Looking really good here, so a little comparison action. When I saw this Dr. Spectrum, I immediately thought of Hulk. And now, what was this Hulk's name? I already forgot the name of this one. It was a Walmart exclusive, like a year, 2 years ago. What is time? But it is... Oh, now I'm drawing a blank. But you know what I mean. It's Hulk at the end of the day. Very easy repaint. Feels a lot like him. They could almost be the Paint Brothers here. They could just be their own separate little team here. But you got the Hulk there with Dr. Spectrum. And then I did grab, of course, talking all things Doctor, had to grab out old Doctor Strange, looking good there. So you got Dr. Spectrum, Doctor Strange. Not sure if they've ever crossed paths. Could be the first time, but I'm sure they've crossed paths somewhere along the line. Dr. Spectrum, not a huge known character. Obviously, if I'm not super familiar with him, not that I'm some expert or anything, but I do know more than my daughters. How about that? We'll put it that much. But maybe he's touched Doctor Strange a time or two. I don't know if that sounds good either. Has he touched Doctor Strange? He has. Touched him. He touched him right there in the heart. Right in the heart. There you go. And then Hyperion is Hyperion. So there it is, the Squadron Supreme. Not going to say it's the greatest 2-pack of the year or anything like that, but it's a deep cut, and I do appreciate that from the Marvel Legends team, that they do give us these deep cuts. Yes, we get a lot of Captain America, Spider-Man, Iron Man, you know the list, but it is really cool to get some of these off-the-beaten-path characters that really help us build out a universe. Some may say a Marvel universe. So there you go, Dr. Spectrum. Hyperion, what is your guys' thoughts out there? What do you think about this 2-pack? Picking it up, playing the long game, passing? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day, and then some. Yes, and then some, as we got tons of videos here on the channel, as you guys know, and even more content. Can you believe that? Over on the old Patreon. Patreon, best place for early access to all the videos, bonus content, exclusive content, Q&As, giveaways, you name it. A lot going on over the old Patreon channel, so check that out, and it truly is your best way to support the channel and all the content. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the Squadron Supreme, I am Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.